What's up? Welcome back to my channel, or for the first time if you're new, I'm Sylvan, and today I'm going to be reacting to Dahlia's character trailer, Rites of Relaxing Patrols. I'm interested to see what we have here, mixed within all of the Skirk hype. Dahlia is also a pretty neat character. I'm curious to learn a little bit more about him. So feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, and let's get into this.
Thank you for
Alright,
offering,
at the bar with Venti.
A meal like this is best.
Aw, neither of them can reach the floor.
Cheers.
Ooh, the POV shot? Ooh, interesting music. Okay, some treasure hoarders. Are they vandalizing? Okay, no, they're just breaking in. And then Dahlia just has popcorn? Okay.
Let's stir things up.
Ooh. I like the switch up of the visuals. Also vibing with the song.
The wind is blowing. Let us pray.
The Naruto run? What? Ooh, I love the guitar there.
Surprise baptism. This should be fun.
Surprise baptism, that just occurred to me. What?
West wind, carry me.
Is that not just waterboarding?
Communing with me on the evening wind. He sends you a solemn message. It's getting late. You should hit the hay.
Okay, cool. That's fun. I like that. Opening the trailer, we obviously have Dahlia and Venti sitting outside of Angel's chair, having a drink. It seems like Venti may have bought him his drink, hence, thank you for your offering. We already knew, of course, that Dahlia knows who Venti is, so though Dahlia is in the know and keeping up the illusion of Venti just being a normal bard, this is functionally a god and their herald sitting at a table together sharing a drink and a meal, which is just cool conceptually. It very much fits the vibe of the God of Freedom and essentially the head of the Church of the God of Freedom, despite sitting across from literally the person they have dedicated their life to serving in a way. Neither of them is being particularly serious about this. They are acting much more like just regular friends hanging out. But then we immediately shift from that to Dahlia overlooking some treasure hoarders going to break into Dawn Winery. The exact reason why this is happening is unclear. Ultimately, isn't that necessary to know. All that's really necessary to understand is that these are treasure hoarders. They're trying to break into the Dawn Winery because it's a place that has a lot of valuable stuff. And Dahlia is here to stop them, but also mess with them. But also, he's very much here just for the show of it all. He is enjoying himself. He's having some popcorn, watching them break in. He's not stopping them before they get in. He's just waiting for the perfect moment to step onto the stage and deal with them, but will enjoy himself in the meantime. Something else I didn't quite clock when I first saw it as well is that when we have this shot, you can actually tell that this is as if we're looking through a keyhole to see the treasure hoarders about to break in. Just an interesting little touch. Another just sort of interesting aesthetic element here is the fact that this entire section, once the music has come in and we're focusing on the treasure hoarders, there is no sound other than the music. It is completely silent. There isn't any sounds of the break-in. There's no footsteps, no grunting or exertion or anything. It's pure silence other than the music, which is just an interesting aesthetic choice. But the lights go out and we see that he's already inside and it's time to step in. And from here, the vibe changes. The music comes up louder and more active. Visually, there's a change. Where before it was quietly watching all of the treasure hoarders break into the building, now they are trapped in Dahlia's little game, and they are looking up confused, not sure what's going on, a sketchy outline around them, perhaps resembling that things aren't going to plan and they're confused and worried. And it also just gives a sketchy style to things, even though it's still the 3D models. But then as we shift around the shot, we reveal them looking into a mirror of themselves. Perspective is being messed with. We show them running along a bottle of wine, tying things into the fact that wine and alcohol is such a big thing for Barbados. Then here we have this image of the treasure hoarders being loomed over by Dahlia with the popcorn, but then it bursts open as one of the treasure hoarders runs through it. Once again, perspective is being played with. Things are confusing, reality is shifting to not be what it seems, and in the middle of it, these treasure hoarders are trapped. And a fun detail is, bursting out of it is just popcorn. We follow this one treasure hoarder running around, trying to find where to get out of here. We can briefly see in the background, massively looming over them, is Dahlia holding up a finger to their mouth in a little bit of a cheeky shush. We then, of course, shift into just the actual demo portion showing their kit, and as we approach the end, fade out of the scenario with the treasure hoarders and back to Angel's share. Dahlia says, "Lord Barbados is communing with me on the evening wind. He sends you a solemn message." Now we see that he is just drinking alone. Venti has left. He's obscuring the nature of his communication with Barbados to make it not obvious that he was just getting this message from Venti in reality or something along those lines. It's fun. That's what I'd say, generally speaking, about this trailer. It's just a good time. It honestly doesn't show us a ton, but it does give us a bit of a vibe for Dahlia, first and foremost. Fairly chill, all things considered, seems to prioritize just sort of his own fun a little bit. Like I said, he didn't stop the treasure hoarders before they got into Dawn Winery, but only dealing with them once they already had broken in and he had some fun just watching them. He's a bit playful, a bit trickstery in certain ways, which I believe is very fitting for the Herald of Barbados, of Venti. We can see how their personalities align, even if they are not obviously the same person by any means, which I enjoy. It's cool. I'll be interested to see more about Dahlia once they come out, but before we close out the video, looking at the description, it says, as the deacon of the Church of Favonius, Dahlia often performs acts of charity that extend beyond his realm of duty, earning him the adoration of Mondstadt's people. It must be because of his strong sense of duty and his compassion for others. If not, well, there's no way he just does it for the love of the game, right? I think that gets to a very good aspect of the character. What I get from what we've seen of Dahlia so far, from the trailer, his occasional appearances so far, and this description, he is someone who enjoys his work. He enjoys what he does, he has fun with it, he's doing it for the love of the game, as they say. And that brings him to do things even beyond the scope of his duties. Acts of charity and things beyond his duties as the deacon of the church are just things he enjoys to do. They're extensions of why he loves what he does. As a worshipper of the god of freedom, he would not do these things if he didn't want to do them. He's not duty-bound, he is compelled to because he wishes to. Fitting for a worshipper of the god of freedom. But with that, there isn't really too much more to say, I don't think, about this trailer, so feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, and brand new as of late, you can become a channel member if you want to support me just a little bit more. Don't feel any obligation to, only do it if you have the money to spare and just want to support me that little bit extra. You can get access to the member-exclusive Discord and get shoutouts at the end of videos, like my 3 members so far. For the main normal tier, we've got Desaize and Pokelove 101, and for the cool person tier, we've got Kondo Nano. To you 3 who are already supporting me, thank you so much, and of course, let me know if I'm mispronouncing your names so I can correct that in the future. I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.